Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Ingleside Public Library Virtual After School Program. Thank you for joining us for Harvest Month, or Stardew Month, or Story of Month. Okay, it's about farming games. So, seeing as how they all have something Sorry, that was supposed to be an egg, but we don't have any eggs. I kind of got hungry and wanted to level up my cooking skill and made a bunch of omelets, and we don't have any eggs, so I had to improvise. Well, anyway, today we're going to be making something that goes cluck, cluck. People have based entire fast food chains off of this thing, and it hatches from an egg. So, boys and girls, I hope that you guys have fun with today's craft. I'm going to go ahead and list what we need, so let's get started. Alright, so for this craft, you are going to need 2 styrofoam balls. Here we have 2. You're going to need some popsicle sticks. You're going to need some red and yellow paper. And you're going to need an adhesive of some sort. I'm using hot glue. And you're going to need some buttons. That's going to be the eyes. And last but not least, I hope, unless I'm forgetting something, some scissors. Alright, so to start off, you're going to use, if you're using hot glue, you're going to wait for the hot glue to warm up. I'm still doing that on mine, and then you're going to apply a very generous amount here on one face of the ball. Alright, so now you're going to look at the face with the glue, and you're going to shove these two things together and apply a lot of pressure. So we're going to go ahead and cut to when this is done. Alright, so as you can see, I have the balls glued together, so we're going to kind of put it at an angle a little bit. But we're going to glue these buttons on. So we're going to go ahead and and remember, be very careful not to burn yourself. So we're going to put a generous amount of hot glue on. And we're going to push it onto the ball. And now we're going to do that with the other one. Alright, so now, thankfully, because chickens are white, it's already starting to take shape. So, let's go and cut to the next step. Alright, so now we're going to take a popsicle stick, and we are going to cut it in half. So now that we have the ends of the popsicle stick, we are going to take the chicken and we're going to decide if we want it to be looking down or looking up. But we're going to take the sticks and look at where you want to put it, and then you're going to force it into the styrofoam ball. So as you can see, mine's looking down. So I'm going to go and take the stick out. And this is why you should probably be using hot glue for the activity. Now I'm going to put glue on the stick and force it in again. So that's giving it glue and time to dry. So let's go ahead and cut to that being done on the other leg. Sorry for the chicken running away. Alright, so now you're going to take another popsicle stick and cut it down to size, as you see here. And we're going to put about 2/3 of the way on the stick, we're going to put a big dab of hot glue. Again, be careful not to burn yourself. I had that the wrong way anyway. So of course you're just going to hold it there till it dries. And this may take a while, but be very careful not to burn yourself. So as you can see, it's kind of like that. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more glue. You can see right there. And I'm adding a little more glue. I added some right there so it can harden and give me a little extra stability on it. So we're going to go ahead and do that to the other side as well. So we'll cut to that. Alright, so as you can see, the chicken can freely stand on its own for the most part. So you're going to take your red paper and kind of try to cut it down like I have to a shape that can fit onto the head. So we're going to glue it right here. So, sorry, right here, my apologies. So you're going to want to take some glue and put it down about where the paper is going to go. And you're going to leave it on. And be very careful that you do not burn yourself. So here you go. Of course, now that it's dried, it's a little more secure. So it's a little hard to see from the front, but from the side you can clearly see that it is the red part of the chicken. The red part of the chicken. There we go. Wonderful phrasing. Okay, so next is going to be the beak. So you're going to take a yellow sheet of paper. Going to put this guy off to the side. And you're going to cut a section of paper. Alright, so as you can see, we're cutting it down to size. Let me go ahead and take this opportunity to stick another glue stick in the hot glue gun. That's not going to work right now. Alright. So I'm going to take this one to measure about the size we need. So it's about the same size. Might still be a little too big. There we go. So that's a good size. So we're going to move all of this. And now we have our 2 yellow pieces. So we are going to glue them very carefully. You're going to glue it the same way you did the red thing. So of course be sure to put a very small amount and put the glue, or put the paper on the glue first. Let it dry and then add more as you need. So there we have that added. So now we're going to go and add a little bit of glue underneath it. You know, that might still be too close, but that's okay. And now we're going to let it dry. So we will be back in a moment. Alright, so as you can tell, the chicken does look pretty dang cool already. But we're going to go ahead and make it just a teeny tiny bit cooler. So I am taking a few extra things that weren't listed in what you'll need. But hopefully you can find something lying around that you can use. We have this tan paper. You can use regular white paper. And we have green paper. So for the tan paper, we're going to fold it. And you're going to cut like this. So I cut the first one out. So I'm going to use it to trace and cut out the other one. And these are going to be wings. So now we can throw that to the side. So when you open it up, you have hearts. So it's however you want it to look. I believe doing it this way would look a lot better. So in all actuality, I didn't even need that second heart. But we're going to take this and cut it down the center. Then you're going to put some glue on your chicken wherever you feel it would be appropriate. And then you glue it on. So we're going to go ahead and do this for the other side. Where is the other? There we go. Alright, so now you're going to take the other end and glue it on. So as you can see, my chicken looks like it's in the middle of a karate move. Alright, so now, that's not the very last part. You're going to take your green piece of paper, you're going to fold it in half as such, and you're going to cut it in a manner similar to what you cut the other paper as. So here you have the ground. You know, being a chicken, of course it makes sense it would be around grass. So here you have the ground. Now you're going to take your chicken, apply glue to the bottom of the feet. Sorry, I'm not getting that in frame. Trying not to burn myself. And you're gonna push it. And now you have a chicken on a heart. Alright, boys and girls. So, I know you're probably thinking, Andrew, you awesome person, what does a chicken have to do with Valentine's Day? The question actually has a pretty simple answer. When you glue it onto a heart, you can go ahead and give this to the person you want to be your Valentine and say, hey chick, I think you're pretty cool. Now Andrew, you're probably thinking to yourself, that was a very long setup to a rather pretty bad joke. And you know what? I can't think of any better and more memorable way to ask someone to be your Valentine. So, boys and girls, I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. And I hope you guys just have an amazing day in general. Thank you, boys and girls. It's been an honor to be able to talk to you and teach you guys amazing crafts such as these. So, I hope that memory and these memories that we've made together will always stick with you. Goodbye, boys and girls. See you around.